I'm assuming since this is a small town, there's not like a town guard or anything like that.
So
I can see maybe a militia.
yeah, like there's basically a mishmash of guards, maybe even like former caravan guards or whatever. But you do know that there are like actually roll me an investigation check.
13.
Okay. Through some asking around, you do know that basically there's not exactly like one single person that like makes all the rules or anything. It's actually a group of people, and it's basically the elderly here. They basically have like they get together every once in a while and
Play Parcheesi.
basically, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a group of elders, and they help make decisions of what goes around in town.
I have proficiency with dice.
Yeah.
Are they even playing a good game of dice?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you see on the other side of the tavern from where the lovely half-orc was drinking, you do see a table of a game of dice going on.
I'll check around town while you go play some lighter.
I mean, I was gonna have some fun, yeah.
Go for it.
Alright.
So, yeah,
Question: is there a skill that you would roll for dice, or is it more?
I think that it just says proficiency, so like
roll a d20, add your proficiency bonus.
Roll d20, add proficiency, and then like just pick an appropriate skill for what I'm trying to do. So what I'm really wanting to do is like whenever I'm playing is I want to lose, basically. I don't really care about winning or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I want to basically like, I'm paying them through dice for like any more accurate information that might be going on.
Are you making it obvious that you're kind of doing this kind of paying for information, or is this more of
Like yeah, it's kind of obvious.
Yeah, okay.
So like I have five silver. I like put basically one on the table and ask about. It's like, how you doing, old timers? Do you mind if I join you for a little bit, for maybe a little bit of fun, maybe a little bit of gab? Huh?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah. They say go ahead, hop in on this. And what particular question are you asking?
I don't know what I'm asking. What am I asking?
I mean, you can just continue to you can continue just to ask like just in general
questions. Just kind of want to know more about the area because we found out about the caravan really as much as we can. I think here probably, at least from a source that's one of the better ones. But even if there's more information,
yeah, I gotcha. Okay, you roll. Just go ahead and roll me a
okay.
I think, would this be, since you're playing gold, do a persuasion.
Okay. Well, the reason why I was hoping to get the dice in there was because I don't have proficiency in persuasion.
Well, there's basically kind of like two rolls in it.
Yeah.
But go ahead, since you are playing the dice, go ahead and add your proficiency bonus.
Okay. Then this is going to add a +2 because I have no charisma.
Sure.
That's not bad.
Hey, that's a 16.
Okay. All right.
For information gathering from Phil the Purse.
They mentioned that I'm going to give you 2 bits of information. There's 2 old timers that are playing,
all right.
And you know that they're telling you that there's a local shopkeeper. He goes by the name of Endrith. Endrith. He's been showing off a book that he's recently acquired.
I was going to talk to the shopkeepers.
And they said the last time they saw him, he was at the inn, the Swinging Sword, and that he's showing off this weird book in Dwarvish that he's seen.
Oh, okay. I know a guy who might be able to read that.
The other one, they're saying that there's this shepherd, goes by the name of Larmon, Larmon.
Okay.
He's been saying he's been a little freaked out lately as he up near the a place called Windswept Hilltop. It's near the Somber Hills where he like herds his livestock.
Mhm.
He said he saw some shallow graves there the other day.
Okay.
But they don't know anything else beyond that. They just know it's somewhere near the Somber Hills, and this shepherd's kind of is getting a little freaked out that he just saw these not too long ago. None of them have gone out there to see it because, again, you get close to the Somber Hills, it gets pretty dangerous.
All right. So, as we get to the point where I've lost about 3 silver, it's like, well, I'm about tapped out, gentlemen, and I can't waste all my money here. Got to find something to drink later on. Maybe a good place to take a nap.
They bid you farewell. You do also find out too that Larman likes to hang out at a place called Gaelkur's. It's another shop, Gaelkur.
Since you're a note taker, and I'm not going to remember any of the words that you put out of it.
Spell that again. G-A-L.
Gaelkur.
My plan was, as I was going around town, was to pop into the different shops. And
Oh yeah.
I was going to start either the weapon or armor smith just to
Oh yeah.
talk shop and see if I can't. Anyhow.
Here it is.
Have a conversation.
Yeah.
And basically on the main road where you came in from, that's where pretty much all these shops are at and stuff. Are you hanging out about at the shops right now, right?
I figure I was actually doing this while he was playing dice.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh, yeah, because it's going to be like playing dice takes
It takes
a
a
bit. There would
while,
be back and forth.
Yeah,
I would be up at one point, down at another point.
As you start exiting out from the tavern, if you turn right, basically you would be going up north, leaving the town, continuing up the long road.
Mm-hmm.
You do smell from that distance like baked goods. You also smell a hint of like perfume, flowery scented stuff, maybe something from like a bathhouse?
Bathhouse here.
Yeah, maybe.
Because that means people are leaving their crap not in their room with them. And I cannot have not money.
Yeah, and then more if you go a left, sort of where you get to the crossroads section of the town, around there, and even going a little bit more down south where you came from, is a lot of like the shops, the local shops. The blacksmith will be down there. The seamstress will be there.
Blacksmith was planning on being my first stop.
Okay.
I'm wondering if I want to send the Kinku to the bathhouse to see what he can pick up.
You want a bird bath situation? Is what you're wanting? Is that what you're wanting?
I
You're
didn't think
wanting
about
this
that.
guy to go into the bathhouse?
No, you're right.
You know
Maybe
what?
you send her to the perfume shop first.
Well, you kind of get the idea. It could be the same thing. The air smell you smell was baked goods.
Yeah.
Don't send him there.
No,
Don't send him
no.
there. That would
He
be
might
bad.
end up in a pie.
Yeah, that would be bad.
A blackbird pie.
Yeah,
No, just stick with me for now.
Okay,
We'll
so
hit the blacksmith first.
you hit the blacksmith. Okay. It's run. So let's see. A sign set on 2 posts and a scrap of wee lawn out front of this small house reads, Meliko's Stoneworks. If you want me to spell it out, I can, but it's, and there's a quarry pit that begins just behind the house, which serves as the business office and home of the quarry owner.
Alright. Dwarf question?
Yeah.
What, I guess, are they quarrying for, like, artisanal stones, like granite, marble, or more like building materials type stone?
It's building materials.
Building materials.
Yeah.
Okay.
so it's kind of a masonry.
Yeah.
Thing, yeah.
I'll pop in. And, good day. Is the local shopkeeper in town?
Yeah, so who greets you is the owner, which is a female human named Alberi Meliko.
Alright.
And that's how she introduces herself. She goes, how can I help you?
Good day, ma'am. I was just admiring your craftsmanship.
She goes, well, thank you.
Yes.
It's nice to see a customer come in with a good eye
Well, I mean,
for fine craftsmanship.
well, you know, my people are known for that.
Mhm.
But I was wondering, just kind of passing through town, if anything out of the ordinary's come through, you know.
Go ahead and just roll me like a persuasion. I think is I'm trying.
That's a good
7.
number.
7.
That's a good
It'd
number.
be -1 if I wasn't proficient in persuasion.
So you have a +1, so
Yeah, so it's a 7.
Awesome.
Give me 1 second.
Just to pass the time while you're doing that, as he's talking with this owner, I'm walking around and looking at all the stuff that's in here, and periodically I go, "Look at these!"
and you're showing off the map and stuff.
No, I'm just looking at all her stuff and that she has for sale. Or whatever. Look at these.
It is per. Did I say what stat? What role did I say? Persuasion.
Persuasion.
Okay, did it say persuasion? Okay, just making sure. She. So you get the feeling that she might be a little upset that you're not here. That it doesn't seem like you're here to shop right now. But she does basically just point to you. Goes, oh, I mean, well, other than the hot topic of the missing delegation, that was supposed to cross by here. Not really. She basically points and goes, I know the that weird guy Endrith is showing off some book in Dwarvish. Maybe that will interest you.
That would. While I'm here, do you take commissions?
Can you explain that to me?
Basically, he's gonna pay her for a job.
Gotcha. Yes, we do.
I mean, if at all possible, my mug's a little worn from the road. I'd like to commission a new mug.
Sure. Having and she lights back up again. Yeah, I'm up for that. I'll do that for you.
All right. Can you do something?
She gives you a time period of when it'll be done. We'll say just for a mug. That'll just take.
Well, it depends on how she's making it.
Yeah.
If she's having to carve it out, it'll take a few days,
Yeah.
or longer, depending on how much
Well,
she already has in the works.
Yeah. Do you have anything in mind you want to be done with it, or is it just?
If you will, on the bottom, I'd like to be able to make it to where I can, if I had some ink or something, put ink on the bottom and stamp it down on a table.
You want
Wait.
to seal.
Well, what? Yeah, and what? And you give her a design. Do you want it to actually say something?
Courtesy of the Stumpy Bros.
She says
Are you branding us already?
Yes.
She says yes.
This guy.
I can go ahead and get that started, and we'll work on an amount. And
Sounds good, and if possible, if I can also have a cake on the bottom giving the thumbs up with that.
I'm standing in the corner and go, "This is horrifying."
Okay. Yep. She says she'll get started on that, and it'll take a couple days.
Of course, fine craftsmanship takes time.
Yep.
You mentioned an Endrith finding a book in Dwarvish. Where, pray tell, could I find him?
I'll give you a mark down where it is.
I'm a little curious how much she's going to charge you for this thing.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah, we'll go over prices for that.
For a custom Stumpy Bros stamp bottom mug.
Well, if it takes a couple days, you have a couple days to get the money before.
Yeah.
This man wanted to spend 3 copper on a 4 copper ale. Whatever price he's given
right?
is going to be the wrong
You know
price.
why, right? It's chip.
Yeah.
Huh?
I agree.
Chip.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, so the name of this shop that Endrith works at is called Valley Vos Sundries.
Yeah, I think the first place I'll go after I get done with old people,
Yeah.
the old men, is probably because they said that like that Indrith guy,
Yeah.
he was going to be more likely at the inn.
Yeah, like whenever he closes up shop, he's over at the inn, basically.
What time of day are we looking at right now?
The sun's starting to come down.
Okay,
Some
so
shops.
I figure he's.
So I'll go over to the inn then, so I can.
She does tell. Okay,
Mhm.
she does tell you that's where he hangs out too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And that shops are starting to close up right now.
All right. Well, thank you for the commission.
Yep.
I'll be back in several days, and we'll talk.
Okay, how much do you, how much would you think a custom mug would be?
Well, I think a regular mug would just be like usually like a copper, but he's wanting a custom one that's made by a mason, so it's basically a stone mug.
That has custom engravings on the bottom.
Custom engravings on the bottom of it.
So you would think? Would you think like a gold piece to start out with would be reasonable?
I
would think-
actually think she was going to probably be closer, like somewhere between 3 to 5 gold pieces.
Yeah,
Honestly.
because it's not going to be like, oh, this is a cheap thing.
Let's go ahead and put down, and that's for each mug that he's wanting, basically, right? Yeah. Let's go ahead and put down 2 gold pieces for each mug.
Yeah, because the tankards is 2 copper pieces, but this being stone and not just pewter.
Let's go ahead as I get down the pause. We'll do 2 for each one. We'll say that for each stone mug is going to be 4 gold total. So yeah, if you fork over 4 gold now and then 4 after they're made, then you're good to go.
Okay.
So
in this.
Yeah.
Can I do a quick insight? Even though I think I'm quick to assume people are being cheated.
Yeah.
Being a dwarf and knowing stonework will kind of help override that.
I won't give you the roll. You can tell she's being
Fair.
Fair. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I'll plunk it down.
Okay. All right. So, do you want to keep looking at shops, or are you going to make your way to the helmet, to the swinging sword?
I'll make my way to the swinging sword.
Okay. We'll say that you get there first. Adam, you're with Ryan, right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you get there first, and you do. Okay. You do see that there is a priest there. You get a good assumption that he's probably one of the local priests that's here for a while at the All Faiths shrine. Roll me. No, actually, no.
I blatantly keep my holy symbol always hidden from like anybody.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
You do see
gods of trickery are oftentimes not trustworthy. Priests, in particular, are really not trustworthy.
You do see on his person. You do see a symbol for Lathander. On him.
He's probably gonna trust me as far as he can throw me, which is pretty far considering how tiny I am. But still. And
then you also see another person, what you believe to be Endrith, as he's just kind of showing off, like, look what being the Kenku. Look at this. Check this out. Check out this really gorgeous looking book that I got, basically. And you see this guy Endrith, and he's a human, but he's kind of a little bit shorter than normal for a human. He's a little man.
He's still taller than me.
Yes.
He's short for a human.
Yeah.
But tall for a halfling.
You don't have to tilt your head as much to see him.
Yeah, that's still not necessarily.
Yeah.
So, what I will do is I will not in any way, shape, or form make myself known to either one of those particular members whatsoever.
Sure.
But I will try to be at least in the common room. Because I think they do have like light things you can basically have. It's not like a full tavern or something like that, but you can basically get like a few things here and there.
Yeah, basically what you do know about this inn is that there is some slight renovating. Basically, their kitchen doesn't work right now. Apparently, it always catches on fire.
Yeah.
But they do, whenever most people will eat at the Helmet High Sun at the tavern, but they do like barbecues and cookouts right outside the inn to serve the guests that are staying there as well. But basically, it has all the basic stops for it. It has all the basic things you need for a proper inn to run.
All right. Then with my last 2 silver,
Yep.
I go up and it's like, Can 2 silver get me a room and maybe a quick meal? Because I'm not sure exactly what the prices will be out here. Because this is a kind of a crossroads town.
Yeah.
So I know things will be more pricey than they need to be. For an in-stay per day, for a squalid place it's 7 copper, for a poor it's 1 silver, and then for modest it's 5 silver, which is obviously outside of my range. But for meals for the day, which I don't really need a meal for the day, really just like a hunk of a loaf of bread would probably be more than enough.
Just 2 copper.
You was just 2 copper. But yeah, I'll figure out tomorrow's meal plan later. So if I could just like get like the room, a poor room, like the cheap room for like a silver, and then a loaf of bread for a couple of copper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that'll leave me with 8 copper then.
Yep.
To my name.
Yep.
Of which I will leave 3.
Yep.
So I have 5 copper, and I will leave 3 as a tip.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have 5 copper.
Okay. So you said you're not going to go to the priest right now.
No.
Are you going to approach Indrith? Are you going to listen in on anything?
Like, I'm going to stay near Indrith and keep an eye on him, but my goal is to basically steal the book from him.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay.
And while he's showing it off, it's hard to steal something someone has blatantly in their hands and is showing off.
He's showing it off to someone right now. Basically, you get the idea. He couldn't sell it during normal business hours, so while he's chilling out here, he found someone that he think he could probably sell for the person.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, you get the idea. He has no idea what the book says. He can't read Dwarfish.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like, oh, look at this book. It looks amazing, and you can tell just a few glimpses as he's showing this person. It is a very well made. It's like blue with like these light white scriptures around it. It looks very, very nice.
So it's obvious he doesn't know what it actually says.
Yes, it's obvious. And he's trying to sell to this one person for 25 gold, and this one person is just like, for a book that you don't know what it says, and he's just like, no. he's just like blowing him off basically.
So he's basically being ignored by that guy right there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will go over.
Yeah.
Because I do have deception. I noticed that. I do have some sneakiness.
Yeah.
And I'll mumble a quick.
Oh, I'm sorry. He's trying to sell it to him for 50 gold, not 25 gold. Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. And it's like I go over there and I'm like, you mind if I take a look at it? Right? And like, I look at it, and like, I don't know. I don't speak Dwarven.
Yeah.
But I do speak deception.
Yeah.
So, I'm gonna mumble basically under my breath, and like, I say something to him in Halfling.
Yeah.
To see if he understands what's being said whenever I speak in Halfling. Because you said he's just a short man.
Yeah.
But he's also not a bright man, I'm guessing. I just say some stuff, just some simple stuff to him in Halfling.
Yeah.
You know, just to see.
How you doing? How's the weather?
Yeah, actually, go ahead and tell me, what do you say to him?
What do I say?
Yeah.
I wonder if this book. This looks like it's just dwarven recipes for bath salts. Right? And I mentioned that to him, and then I like eyeball him every once in a while to see if he reacts to what I said, or if he basically is just like still. Because I'm just saying that.
In Halfling, right?
In Halfling, in a different language than what he might speak, because he's just a bumpkin out in the middle of nowhere.
He's not registering what you're saying in Halfling. He is basically just a bumpkin.
He only knows common.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah.
So. In Halfling, then I murmur my guidance prayer.
Yeah. Okay.
And then, like, in Deception, it's like, you do realize this book is basically toilet paper, right? It's just a trash novel.
Okay, go ahead and roll for Deception.
Can I have advantage because he doesn't know that I don't know anything whatsoever? And
yeah, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, all right.
Okay, you went into that much detail, sure.
There is a just and loving me. So that is a 13 plus 2 plus 2, so 17.
Yeah, I think Brooke's luck's finally worn off of you.
Yeah, well, she's not here, so.
he kind of looks and goes like, you kind of see like a disappointed tone. He's like, really?
Yeah.
Well,
I'll tell you what though, just so you don't lose anything on it, because I'm sure you ended up finding it somewhere and thought, hey, it's dwarven, it's got to be worthwhile. I'll give you my 5. I'll give you 5 copper for it. You know what? I don't know if it's even worth 5 copper. I'll give you 4 copper for it.
roll me another deception. This time, just a straight roll.
Yeah.
Is your
That's a 3.
That's a 3. He goes no, I spent good money for this. I'm at least going to try to get some money that I made back on it. And he goes, look, I'm going to do 25 gold pieces instead of 50.
It was about the time I
And he
in.
basically takes the book from you.
Yeah, I let him take
Yeah.
the book, and then whenever he gets here,
Yeah.
like,
Because I'm gonna probably just want to kind of nonchalantly.
I look to him and tell him, because he's blatantly a dwarf, right? It's like, this guy wants $25 for a trash novel that's written in Dwarven. And I say this loudly across the entire place.
He starts getting a
I
little
just
red.
kinda
He's
look
just like,
over.
shh, shh.
I mean, honestly, it's just worth probably about 3 copper at best, and I offered him 4. Can you believe this guy?
I'm gonna walk over, even though my craps.
I-
My deception's bad. Kind of act almost like I don't know him. Is there a problem here?
And
Can
then-
I possibly, I might be able to settle some.
And halfly, I mutter out another guidance towards him, because I know he's going to try
Yeah.
to do something special.
Okay. And
What's going on here?
All right, go ahead and roll deception again, Will. And you go ahead and roll deception, Ryan, as well, because you're trying to make it seem like you don't know
for
this
the love of
halfling.
Mike. At least that's an 11.
I would like to
Yeah.
stealth while they're not looking, please.
Roll for a stealth check.
10.
Oh, that's a 9 for me. I'm not doing too good.
Jesus.
So you're rolling for stealth, Adam? Yeah, what did you roll?
24.
At least we're good distractions.
Yeah.
That's the positive.
Okay, so you rolled 24, Adam?
24.
Okay, all right, and what was your deception, Ryan?
10.
Will, what was yours?
It was a 9.
I mean, now being a dwarf, and I'm just actually trying to settle it. Can I roll advantage on that?
Okay, so I'll give you this. I'll let you do another roll. Go ahead and do another roll, sure.
That was worse.
Okay.
Why are we rolling like garbage now? We're just trying to con this man out of a book that he doesn't know the
Seriously.
value of.
Okay, before he starts saying anything, Adam, are you actually going to go ahead and try to snatch the book like a good opening? No? What's your plan right now?
I'm just hiding and watching for the moment
Okay.
and waiting to see what happens with them.
He's a bird in the rafters.
He goes, basically, this he's kind of acting like you, Ryan, where he thinks that a lot of people are trying to rip him off.
We're
basically.
trying to, though.
Yeah. He's starting to get a little bit suspicious. He goes, now, hold on. No, you start saying, this book is trash and everything. I mean,
I did tell him that it basically was toilet paper.
I'm a dwarf. I know Dwarven.
do you?
May I read it? I can settle this dispute.
He starts putting away the book, but then he goes, okay, fine. He gives it to you very nervously. And do you want to go ahead and start skimming through the book and everything?
Yeah, I mean, what I'll do, if I can, I'll set it on the table in front of him. And you try to keep people from crowding around if at all possible.
Well, I mean, I don't think anyone's going to be overly
Yeah, and just
interested.
yeah,
It's just like, okay.
in front of him, I'll
Yeah.
thumb through it. You know.
Yeah.
Just
And I'll let you know before, if you want to say anything, what you find out about this book. Just getting to the... here we go.
I mean, I tried to be the most legit way of stealing it from him possible.
You guys were doing good. That was awesome.
Until
I wanted
we
you
rolled
to...
like garbage.
yeah.
Okay.
And like my initial deception basically just made him like cheapen it up for me. That's about it.
All right, Ryan.
Yep.
This book, what you can tell just by skimming and reading it, this is a genealogical history of the dwarf clans of Mirabar.
So it actually is ridiculously expensive. And
Yes,
the
it
amount
is.
he's charging is a pittance comparatively.
Yes.
I am well aware that it probably was worth a lot more.
Yeah.
Because books are always expensive.
Ryan, roll me roll me a history check.
Can I look up Dennis muttered again?
Like, I roll my eyes and it make it sound sarcastic as I mutter in halfling yet again.
Go for
my
it.
guidance
Sure.
for him. Because he's so good at doing things. You're a dwarf, you get advantage on history checks, don't you?
Yes.
So, yeah.
Especially since this is
Dwarven crap.
Yeah.
You still get the regular one roll with that, which was, I
Yeah.
think, +1.
Yeah, +1, and then the 11, so 12, and
History
because then I
check.
hit, well,
Yeah.
but because being a dwarf, not my professional bonus,
yeah.
so 14.
Alright.
this is very suspicious. You have you are very confident that this book could have belonged to a delegate, specifically maybe someone from the
Okay.
missing delegation in
Alright.
Mirabar.
I'm just gonna. Well, you're both right in a way. It's trash, but it's not trash. It's worth more. It's not like food recipes. It's dwarven ale recipes. So I mean, it's worth about five gold pieces, to be totally honest.
Roll me a deception check again.
Can he have advantage because again? Well, at this point, it's like everyone's suspicious.
Make it a straight roll.
Woohoo!
Natural
Oh,
20.
finally! I didn't give you any.
I know. I
guidance for that,
was doing just in case, but straight roll 19.
19. Okay,
Mhm.
that's pretty solid.
You're not adding any because you're doing deception.
Then it'd be an 18.
Why is your deception at a -1? We have a +1 charisma.
And my charisma saves. I'm
Plus
proficient in
one.
charisma
Oh,
saves.
okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
He basically he believes you more than what Will has been telling him. So he's a little bit relieved that it's probably worth more than what it's worth, a little bit more.
Yeah.
But you see him start muttering. He goes, that damn keelboat skipper. And then he basically, he then basically goes like, well, do you want it for 5 gold?
I mean, I am of an artisan's guild. Brewing is one of my specialties. I mean, I'm always interested in acquiring more breweries. Sure.
Yeah.
do you have any additional questions for him about the book? Or?
You know, my ask. Can you give me a little bit of history on the provenance of it? I mean, I mean,
okay, yeah,
they're common among my people, but usually dwarves, we don't like to part with our own brews.
He basically he's a little upset. You can tell he's salty right now about this whole situation. He goes, I don't know. I bought it from a keelboat skipper in Wamford. The guy was a little shady. I knew I shouldn't have trusted him.
It happens.
Wamford's on your map, by the way. It's
Yeah.
down more towards southeast from Red Large.
And I wander back and grab my loaf of bread and then huff my way up the stairs to my room because I'm clearly upset that I wasn't able to get the book that was clearly 5 gold
Yeah,
for 4 silver.
yeah.
But yeah, I huff up and I enjoy my nice loaf of bread that I got.
Yep.
And the fact that we managed to get a book that's clearly and blatantly to anyone who looks at it worth more than the 5 gold that was just put into it.
Oh yeah.
The best cons are those that are honest. Haggling.
So, is there anything else you want to do with some of the information you have right now, or are you?
I mean, when I get up to my room, I'll thumb through it more.
Basically, that's all the information. Yeah, it's a genealogical history of dwarf clans of Mirabar. But
I can
goes
sell
on-
it later.
A lot of them you are pretty positive they're related to or of
Yeah.
delegates from mirror bar as well. So
Okay.
That is a question I have though. Do we know what like race and everything the delegation was?
it was a mixed
mixed
bag.
bag.
Mostly, you actually no, you wouldn't know that yet. Well, now you get the idea that there were probably some dwarfs among it,
Yeah.
but you get the idea that it was probably a mixed bag of different races.
Well, once I head up there, do I know what room he's in?
I didn't buy us a room. I bought.
I know. That's why I'm asking. Do I know what room you're in?
Will, do you let him know what room you're in?
Not while we're on the floor in front of the guy we just swindled. No.
Sure.
I'll probably sit on a chair overriding the balcony outside my room,
Okay.
watching this charade go on and seeing that I got gypped out of a good for
Because
4
Adam, you're looking at me. Something.
I'm in his room since I beat his passive perception.
It's like I go up there, I go and I like open up the door just briefly and throw my crap inside, close it, and go and just sit on a chair out there. Yeah, probably how he figured it out.
I will very quietly in the corner. I'll tap my staff twice and go, "Excuse me," and cast a message to you and say, "Look at this." And I cast, and then I say, "Chip, chip," and I make the candles explode into sparkles.
And I'm just go.
Was that just the candles in his room, or like in
Candles in his room.
Yeah.
What?
That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna wait for you guys to fail. I was just hiding and waiting, and I was just gonna go chip chip and make it explode so he would be distracted so I could steal it from him. But you guys got it. So
I will go purchase a room and.
Do you want to do like a more nicer room for 5 silver, or do you want to do just like sort of like the standard that Will got for 2
I'm just
silver?
gonna do a standard like
Okay.
Will got.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's one silver for the room.
Yeah. Now I will get a little bit more than a loaf of bread.
I like bread.
That's fine.
Anything you get here is kind of a little. It's basically a little stale, but you know it's
It is either
nourishment.
that or I spend the rest of my silver on a chunk
Nothing
of
to
cheese.
write home about.
Cheese.
All right. So
I'll head upstairs. You know,
all right. So you guys.
towards my room.
So you guys just basically going to. Are you guys basically done for the day? You guys going to.
We'll probably discuss what I
mean,
found. Found.
I mean, like, whenever things kind of died down a little bit, like I said, it was kind of sitting in kind of the hallway overlooking the balcony and stuff.
Sure.
I figured he would walk by me to his room.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then it's just like seeing what room he goes into, then I'll probably go there later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's just kind of as I go
So
by
what
him,
was
this
it really?
rod.
What was really the book?
like talking to him, it's like, so what was it really?
Geological history of the Mirabar dwarves. Indicates from one of the delegates.
That's got to be very, very expensive.
About 150 gold pieces.
Probably sell it for a good chunk of change.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's my hope.
Yeah.
Oh, some additional information. The shady person he got it from. Apparently, this person had dozens of these books.
Ooh. Which means he's got them all from probably the same source.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So,
I think we're going to
The town's called Wamford.
Wamford.
question.
So you got information in Belliard. You got information in Wamford.
So, because I am an untrustworthy sort, one may say, one
Absolutely.
might say, I am fully trustworthy if I like you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have the criminal feature that I can know someone who can connect me with other criminal types.
Sure.
So, just wanted to put that out there.
Yeah.
Put it on the table. Let you know that if this guy's a little bit hard to talk to, I might know a guy who can find us a guy who can get us to this guy about people who might have been guided.
That's very interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Look at you. I know, right? I am amazing. It is true that I came into this town with no money.
You've got a Cecil?
We're not going to say who or what or where he is or anything, but we just know a guy. We know a guy.
Cecil's just the guy on the corner that'll fix it for $50 and a roll of duct tape.
We know a guy. We just know a guy. It's
Yeah.
fine. I came in with no money, and like every good entrepreneur in America, I made 5 copper and cheated several people out of information for free.
Look at you. You're on your way to
Yep.
becoming Bill Gates. Or Jeff
I
Bezos.
am 100% a capitalist. They call me Phil the Purse because I always seem to have money, even if I'm broke.
So, the information you have right now, you have...
So uniform hats off?
Oh, also, go ahead, for anyone who wants to, go ahead and roll me an investigation check. I'm going to probably give you guys a little bit of extra information, just from being around here.
Yours is better than mine.
That is a 13 from me.
Because it's funny.
I rolled a 9. Jesus, good night!
What's the total, Adam? What's the total?
It's just plus. I got +0 to it, so it's
19.
It's still the
16.
best out of the
16.
party. The one person who can't say what's actually going on knows the most.
While you were while you were traveling from the tavern to the inn, you do notice that there is, in the distance towards the somber hills, there is a. Adam, you notice this too. There is a spire that's like sticking out in the somber hills, and you feel like you get the feeling you're also seeing creatures flying around. What exactly, you're not 100% sure. You do, with your 16, Adam, you do hear that from basically some of the older people. This was just during the day. You hear them mention, like, just look at that spire, and you basically get the information that this is what the locals around here are calling a haunted keep.
okay.
And that they don't that they're supposedly dangerous, but there's this group of people that are wanting to live at this one nearby. And Adam, you get a name of it. It's called the Feathergale Spire.
Okay. So
He's gonna be able to tell us all of that
while
information.
you guys are discussing that, and I've figured out my stuff, I will pull out my map again, and I will point on the map the direction I think the keep is in, and I'll say, "Look at this!" But I'm actually casting prestidigitation to make a symbol of what looks like the rook from a chess game, and then I'll do it again to put a ghost above it.
Okay, and I know that on his map at least this is where I kind of saw that weird tower thing.
Yeah. You definitely, you may not be the exactly the spot, but you at least know that spire is in the
that general
hills.
direction.
In the direction of the hills. Yes.
Yeah, I saw a little tower thing. It's like, you think we should go look at it, friend?
This is Wednesday.
Fair. All right.
You also
We
do.
only dungeoneer on Wednesdays.
You guys do also extra information. So you got some locations around here, particularly close to Red Larch. You guys do also haven't investigated most of it. Investigated yet, but you also did hear the rumors about the shepherd that said he saw some graves. That's the last bit of information you guys have found so far.
Yeah, well, showing up at the shepherd in the middle of the night's about asking about graves.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of is a bad look.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
I would think.
Probably freak him out.
I'm a good guy.
Yeah, and he's a good guy. We can't ruin that good look.
Well, before we turn in for the night, we want to go get a bath. And because usually there's some good gossip at bathhouses.
I smell okay.
Come on in. The water's fine.
I guess he wants to go. Yeah. So you guys go handle that. I'm gonna grab me a nice nap.
Sure.
You do that. If you get a chance, if you can find a way to scrounge us up about 4 gold pieces, that'd be awesome.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's for a surprise later.
So you two are heading to the bathhouse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll take care of this real quick. Basically, you go into the bathhouse, and it's a bathhouse. It's also a dress shop, and yeah.
I like it already.
Half barrels planted with aromatic herbs and flowers flank the entrance, and the windows are decorated with flower-filled window boxes. Inside is a tiny room that functions as a dressmaker shop and a fitting room. The place is called Haleas.
I walk up to one of the dresses and touch it and go, "Look at this!"
That would look so pretty on you.
And the you hear the owner. She goes. She looks at the tiny kink and goes, "Oh, it would look so cute on you."
Not again.
And the owner of this shop is a female human named Hilia. Or Hilia.
Evening, ma'am.
Mhm. She goes, "I assume you gentlemen are here for the bathhouse?"
Yes. I had a bit of a long journey. Picked up some road grime, more than even I'm comfortable with, and I just wanted to take care of it.
You haven't visited, but you know that there is an actual tailor shop, or another seamstress in town. Halia, you find out that she basically makes dresses and for women on special occasions. So basically like commission, basically, and it works out for her because a lot of basically she gets a lot more women that visit the bathhouse than males. But there is, when you go into the bathhouse, there is a section going to for males and females.
Understandable.
Mhm.
You go one way, I go the other.
What gender is Chauncey?
It's not been discussed.
Because that's the thing.
Yeah,
keep
you don't
saying
know. You don't.
Chauncey-
Okay, just to throw it out
They
there.
look
You don't
good
know
in a
my
dress.
name. You don't know my gender. You don't know
We
how
don't
old I am. I'm
really
just
know
this kid
anything,
kid. Yeah.
and it's just like
I can't tell
We
you.
just know this bird started following us one day.
Right. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna procure a book somewhere, just a blank journal, and
Yeah.
then just start writing pictures and doing words and stuff in there,
Sure.
just throughout the entire thing, and then just gift it to Chauncey because we need communication.
Do you ask Halia anything before and after your guys' bath?
I'm just gonna just the normal small talk. Anything interesting going on?
Yeah.
Any rumors from the road, things like that.
Basically, she kind of tells you a lot of the information you already know.
Mm-hmm.
You get the idea that because she gets a lot of older women that come into the bathhouse often, she knows a lot of gossip.
Yeah.
Really, a lot of stuff you guys know already. I don't know if you know this one yet, but she does tell you about the shepherd Larman, who claims to have seen graves on a hilltop outside of the Somber Hills, and he's been kind of getting freaked out about it.
Where's the shepherd usually keep his flock?
I guess the flock would be outside of the town somewhere, but when he's not tending to his flock, he usually hangs out at a place called Gelker's.
Yeah.
And it's basically a used tools and goods shop. It's also a barber as well. The person who runs is also a barber.
Send the halfling.
I like my mutton chops. Leave me alone.
I like my beard.
Well, I mean, you could still get it like trimmed up, like the split ends taken off. Look nice.
Now granted, he just hangs out there. That doesn't mean he exactly like works there.
No, I know that.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
I mean, everyone likes to gossip.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who you are.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, you're looking at like a barbershop's a good place for people to gossip whenever they're just like, need to get these split ends taken off.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you're a dwarf.
Yep.
At the very least, you can have your head shined if you have a bald spot going on.
Yeah. Are you doing
We get
anything
the
before,
king
after, or during your bath or anything? Or are you even getting into the bath?
I don't know if we're even getting in. Are we getting in?
Yeah, I was still gonna get in.
Okay, sure.
You never know. Somebody might show up.
Do I notice anything around that looks interesting? Anything that might be takeable?
Long-term borrowing?
Nothing that really stands out of the normal stuff at this shop. So I mean, there are like herbs and flowers, maybe some some equipment she uses to make the dresses and everything, stuff like that. Basically, nothing that really stands out.
So, pretty flower.
Yep.
Yay.
I will. Yeah, I'll go take a bath.
Okay. All right, you guys.
And while they're enjoying their bath,
You're snoozing.
I am on a walk about the town, scouting it out. What was this guy's shop again?
The shepherd.
No. What was it? The guy we got the book from.
Oh, yes.
Because he
Okay.
didn't know about the shepherd shop.
Valivo's Sundries.
Yeah.
Basically, you walk by the building. Basically, it's a.
Well, I see if there's anyone really around initially. I know this guy just got 5 gold. I also know that this guy tends to sell probably weird stuff and has enough money to buy weird stuff at a really high price. That's questionable. So he probably has lots of questionable goods that he wouldn't be able to report is missing.
Basically, you don't really see any people there right now. You know, sun's setting. People are starting to head in. You see maybe a few people walking around, probably like patrolling. You know, sort of like the guards they have in town. But you do see the shop. It's a little. Wouldn't say broken down, but it's basically you definitely can tell it's kind of old, probably not kept up
Get
the best.
25 gold pieces then.
How would he get 50 gold?
But he basically, you see, this guy kind of sells a little bit of everything, and not like anything useful. Just like you're seeing, based on shop, you're seeing that this guy sells doors, barrels, furniture, or maybe some tools around. Basically, anything this guy can get his hands on, he tries to sell it.
Okay, and that's basically what I can see through like a window or something. Right?
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. Is there a back door?
There's always a back door.
Yes.
It just
Yes,
makes
there
it
is.
be visible.
Then I will wait until it's like fully dark.
Sure.
And just, still wandering town. I'm new in town. I'm trying to figure things out, right?
Sure.
And so it's fine. I'm wandering around for a little bit. Whenever it gets dark, I start making my way back towards the inn. So if any patrol basically are coming by, I'm doing a very circuitous route all over the place, really. And then come around to the back door, because we're about to enter and borrow some more money from this guy.
Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check, because the door is locked. Or are you?
I have lock picking, so
Yep.
I mutter my prayer to my God to help me get through this minor barrier at best.
Sure.
And I get in. So that is a 23 plus dex, so 26 plus proficiency, so that's 28.
You don't even you don't even hear a click. You
It's just like I really just basically.
you basically like opened it like it was unlocked, basically.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
I asked my God, please let this door be unlocked, and I touched the knob, and it just.
You go in. This place is crammed. Like,
Oh, yeah.
This guy has just like random stuff and all of this furniture and random goods, just lying all over the place. Kind of amazed he even has like really a shop or anything. But yeah.
And I start looking around for anything of actual value that's easily pocketable.
Roll me an investigation.
And you know what? Since it's so late, I also want to take my time to do it. So I'm just going to search thoroughly because I got plenty of time.
Sure.
So take 20. And so if
What's up, Ab?
I was saying, at some point, I went to the opposite bath that Ryan went to.
Yeah.
At some point, I will send Ryan's character a message and go, look at you.
It's like, all right, so if I take 20 on my investigation, right?
Yeah.
Then that's a 19.
Okay.
I'm not trained
Amongst
in
it,
investigation.
basically the only thing you find is a small coin purse.
Yeah.
Hidden basically, like, in a box underneath, like placed up high
Oh,
on
yeah.
a shelf amongst a bunch
I've had
of
to
crap and
pull
stuff.
things off to the side, but he has plenty of junk, so it's just like,
Yeah. Roll me.
Oh dear.
Actually, no. I'll do the roll.
Oh dear.
Oh my.
You find 11 gold pieces in there.
Sweet.
All right.
Hey, you accomplished the mission and then some.
All right. Cool. I found 11 gold pieces. This is a good day.
Will's rich.
No, I am borrowing, and it's donations to my church. This is for the good of him.
I mean, you gotta build back up the church. You were beaten, left for dead. Everyone else got murdered.
Yeah.
That's what you get.
All right. Then I meander my way back.
Are you guys going to go back to the inn as well after your bath?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Are we calling it a night? You guys heading in right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I secret away 8 of the gold coins.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. And I just like hide them about my person basically, so they don't jingle or jangle or anything. And I keep the rest. My 5 silver, my 5 copper, and my 3 gold coins in my purse.
Absolutely. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we go to the next day. You guys wake up. There's breakfast being made.